Hello everyone. I welcome you once again on this YouTube channel which is English with Sonu sir. My name is Sonu Singh and I always talk about tips and ideas that can help you to become a confident speaker. English language is getting importance and English is called the language of corporate. It means if you want to get a better career in corporate or if you want to get a promotion, it is very important for you to become a confident English speaker. There are so many students out there. They join classes, they complete online courses, and still their confidence is not increasing. They are able to speak, but they're not impactful. And if you want to create an opportunity for you, if you want to get a better job or if you want to get a promotion, it is very important to leave an impact. Merely speaking English is not going to help you. So, how can you speak good English? First of all, you have to believe. You have to believe that English is just a language, and if you put right kind of practices, if you become consistent, you can achieve the same level of fluency or same level of perfection in English speaking. English speaking doesn't mean that you need to be grammatically correct. It is all about how efficient you are, how clear you are in explaining your message. If you can explain your message with full clarity, it means that you have done your part. What happens that sometimes we are able to speak English, we go out, and when we notice that somebody is very fluent or somebody is speaking confidently, we assume that maybe my English is not good or the level of speaking is not enough. And that's where we lose our confidence. Have you noticed anyone talking in Hindi language? If someone is a confident speaker, it is not certain that they are good with the Hindi language. There are so many politicians out there. Their language competency is not good. But when they speak, they leave impact. They manipulate the people and they convince them. And that's the reason that they secure the vote. In the same manner, if you also want to become a confident speaker, do not focus your attention too much on the grammar because that will always create a hindrance for yourself. You have to work on certain things, and if you work on that particular areas, automatically your English will be better. We will talk about that tips in the later part, but you have to develop a right set of belief. And what is this belief? The belief is that English is just a medium to convey your message. There is no perfection and there is no weakness. Yes, there is no doubt about it that English is a second language for you, so you will face a barrier. But if you face barrier, it doesn't mean that you will always be weak and you will struggle. Next thing is that you need to be consistent. You know that if you do certain practices, if you start getting regularity in certain areas, your English will be better. So what we do, that in the beginning we are very much excited. We start classes, we start our program, and after 1 month we think that okay, it is not so urgent, so we can do it later. And that's the reason that we leave it in the middle. Again, after some time we realize the importance, and then again we start our journey. And that's the reason that we keep interrupting our consistency. And that's the reason that we understand English, we are able to speak, but there is no fluency or there is no confidence. If you want to become a confident speaker, you need to adapt English language in your daily routine. Every person has a unique way of learning English language. Why? Because it is their daily routine, it is their schedule which is different, and on the basis of their daily routine and schedule, they plan something else. So in the same manner, if you want to speak a good English, you need to change certain things in your life. Suppose you want entertainment, so you have to prefer English entertainment. Like there are so many movies which is very entertaining. You can watch English movies. You need to watch English web series. And suppose you are not interested in English movies or web series, what can you do? You need to listen the news. So switch on to the English news channel and be consistent with it. If you are not a person who like watching news on television, you have to read the newspaper. Or these days there's a trend of podcast, you can listen to the English podcast. It is very important for you to expose your brain to this language. Suppose you're going to classroom, you're trying to learn the sentences, and if you hope that with this sentence or with this class you will be a confident speaker, that is not going to happen. You need to provide enough exposure to your brain so that it can process that how native people speak, what is the sentence formation, and only then you will get the confidence. Because there's a superpower that we have in our brain, and that is to understand the pattern of language. If you try to understand English language, or if you try to speak English on the basis of translation or on the basis of spoken English classes, you are not going to achieve efficiency. You need to do certain changes in your daily routine, like read newspaper, watch English movies, web series, or if you do not like it, you can watch English news or you can watch English podcasts. And if you do it, you'll understand the formation of the sentences, and you will be familiar with so many phrases, with so many idioms and so many words. And that's where you will develop an interest. For example, if you start listening all these things in the beginning, you will have no interest. It looks like it is boring task. But if you become consistent, and if you're getting familiarity with the English word, slowly you will be interested, because all the speeches, all the lectures will sound meaningful for you. So you have to be patient enough, and you need to maintain the consistency. Next thing we do, that we search so many YouTube platform and so many social media platform like Instagram and Facebook for the ideas and tips to speak English. And we have hundreds of ideas. And what happens that we get addicted to getting so many ideas, and you do not implement any idea. Now, if you want to get a slightest improvement, it is very important for you to become a man of action. Become an action-oriented man. Only 1 and 2 ideas or 3 ideas, and that is enough to achieve your goal. It is not like you need to get hundreds of ideas. If you talk to so many people, all the different people will give you different tips and different ideas. And that's why I'm saying that do not run after ideas. Develop your own unique ideas, or follow only 1 or 2 set of ideas and become a man of action. And you find out that the more you follow those ideas, the more you become consistent. Slowly, your familiarity with the English language and your confidence with this language is growing. And that's what you need to do. Let me share you my story, that when I started speaking English, I spent around 8 months in the class. My sentence formation was good, my vocab was good, but I was not ready to speak. And everyone was amazed that why I was not able to speak, because I had everything perfect. So I thought that now I would push myself. So there was a seminar. I went there and I stood on the front, and I had the determination that this time, if I was asked to speak, I'll raise my hand and I would give my 100%, no matter I am good or bad. So they asked for me, and they asked me to speak. I raised my hand and I went on the podium. I started speaking, and during my speeches, I felt very nervous. I knew that sentence formation was bad and my language was really terrible. And the most important thing is that I was terrified in my mind. But I kept on going. And when I finished my speech after 7 minutes, people started clapping for me. They appreciated for my effort. And the first time that I tasted that thrill, that excitement, and I got the appreciation. Now, the fear of doing public speaking was broken that time. And I understood that what is the mystery. When you are on the stage, when you have the podium, you just have to focus your attention on the information, on the message. Maybe in the beginning you will be terrified for 1 minute, for 2 minutes. But if you spend more time there, you will be familiar, you will be confident. And that's how I learned speaking English. I already knew, but I was terrified to speak. But the moment I decided to push my fear, I got the success. And I got the appreciation too. And from that moment, I never looked back. Whenever I get the chance to speak, I always give my 100%. And sometimes, yes, I go wrong. Sometimes days are good, sometimes days are bad. So it doesn't matter. But you need to be ready with your message. And you need to push yourself. Because that is the only way forward. And if you listen to your fear, it will always tell you that step back, don't go there. And if you do not face it with courage, it will always appear in front of you and it will put you in the box. You need to come out of this box if you want to become a confident speaker. I hope that you like this video, and the tips and that idea that I shared with you, it will definitely work for you, because it is not something that I acquired from the bookish knowledge. I shared my practical tips with you. So if you like this video, hit the subscribe button and share it with your friends. Thank you for staying with me in this video. See you in next one. Have a great day.